Defects. Rumor has it. What is up, Defects, and welcome to our second installment of Rumor Roundup. This is where we take rumors that are circulating around the internet, the community, or social media outlets, present them to you, and give you some books that kind of make sense that go along with that rumor. But before we hit you with that, we got to hit you with this. The books we discuss and show are only from a speculation standpoint. We do not encourage any viewers to buy these books based on theories or lists. Always remember to collect what you like. Maddie, it's been years and it's back in the news. Let me know what you got.
That's it. I got a little text message from Jay a few days ago with this picture. I know you guys are going to laugh, but maybe this time it's for real. Channing Tatum rumored to be in Deadpool 3 by none other, playing none other than Gambit. Okay. And the difference on this rumor, Jay, is that we got a little bit of an update on the IMDb website for this movie. So you can see there on screen, Joel Adrian, who is Channing Tatum's stunt double, doppelganger. He's always his stunt double. He got added to the IMDb listing. Now, a little disclaimer, IMDb is not an official source. It can be edited by other people. It's almost like Wikipedia. However, it would be kind of odd to just add the stunt double. We can get into that later when we get into whether we believe this is true or not. But for now, Jay, we'll just present the rumor and go from there.
Yeah, and I happened to check it today and it's gone. So he's off of IMDb as of now. But where there's smoke, there's fire. This has been a rumor for years now, guys. He was supposed to appear way back when in Falcon Winter Soldier and Madripoor. It didn't happen. We knew Omega Red was supposed to appear. Do I think it's eventually going to happen? I think so. You know, Tatum, he has interest in playing the character. He's expressed that. So I hope it's true, man. I want to see Gambit in live action.
I got you. I noticed how you just called him Tatum there because you always get his name wrong.
Always.
But you saved it there. You just went with Tatum.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Matt only gets it right because all the times he's watched Magic Mike, so don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you.
I got the box set behind that box one, bro.
The collector's edition.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 100% with Jay. Like, and the one thing I'll say above that is the whole thing with Nicolas Cage and the Flash, how he was supposed to play Superman, and then they brought him in for the Flash. I think they're maybe going to play off of that with Deadpool. It sounds like there's a lot of that going around for Deadpool 3.
Yep.
I always like rumors that get removed, right? I always say that on this channel, that when a rumor's out there and then they actively try to take it down, that means at least they're considering it. And this is maybe something they're considering and then maybe gets cut. There's no guarantees in this business, right? But I like this rumor. I like the cameo appearance by Channing Tatum. It makes sense considering how much rumors over the past 10 years there's been on this character. And I think even if he doesn't play him in Deadpool 3, at some point we're going to see Gambit on the big screen. So segue into some books that I guarantee you're probably not thinking about for Gambit in Deadpool 3.
Looking to clean and press your books before submission? Well, look no further than the best in the business, Erod 212 with Express Comic Book Pressing Service. Defects 10 gets you 10% off. Erod will submit your books to CGC and CBCS and pass along his discount. Hit him up on Instagram or email expresscbp@yahoo.com.
What do we got, Jay?
All right, guys. First up, we know these have been getting hot. Xmen, the Toys R Us Limited #1. This was from 1993, a promotional giveaway that Toys R Us did for this book. Art is done by Craig Bassfield, and it's written by Eric Fiend. What's the main point of this book? The main point of this book is it's the first battle between the X-Men and Gambit, well, including Gambit, versus Deadpool. We all know how these books, first meetups, first battles, been getting hot. So we figured we bring it to you. It's a book that's relatively cheap on eBay right now. Copies range anywhere from $5 up until about $17, $18. And not telling you to run out and get it, but if you're a fan of Deadpool, if you're a fan of Gambit, if you're excited for them possibly coming to the big screen, a book you might want to be on the lookout for.
Like that. I like that pick. A cheap spec that could heat up a little bit. Again, guys, if you think the rumor's good or legit, these are some books you might want to look at. But Jay, we had to get proof on this one. We had to do a little research on this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We wanted to make sure he actually did appear in this book and he was actually battling Deadpool. So you see it right there on the right-hand side. They're talking to each other. They're fighting. So this is the book, guys. A book that you're not necessarily going to find in back bins because it was that Toys R Us promotional giveaway. But like I said, if you're into the characters, a book right now you could pick up on eBay for cheap.
And even if this goes beyond Deadpool versus Gambit, it's the first time Gambit. I mean, even if Gambit's not in it, this is good because Deadpool meets all the X-Men and battles multiple X-Men in this book.
Right.
So,
yep. And a little disclaimer here, guys. The only person that he does not have interaction with in this book happens to be Wolverine. So if you're kind of looking at that aspect for it, this is not the book you want to be on the lookout for.
Yep. Good point. Another banger here.
All right, Defects. Next up, Deadpool vs. Gambit. The V is for Versus #1 from 2016. You see you have that cover A on the left-hand side, art by Danielo Beyruth, and it's written by Ben Squared, Ben Blacker, and Ben Acker. Guys, this series is actually pretty cool. I just read issue 1. This, as you know, Deadpool and the X-Men and Gambit battled many times, but this is something a little cooler than that. People out there didn't know was that Deadpool and Gambit had a secret history of working together, pulling off con jobs, and this limited series pulls off their last con job heist. Features Spider-Man in there, you got Daredevil in there, you got the Punisher in there. So super this. That cover A, extremely cheap right now if you want to pick it up to read, but that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, guys. That's a Chip Zdarsky variant that was just sold 2016 at San Diego Comic-Con. You might as well say boo because this book is a fucking ghost, guys. Only found one copy on eBay selling for about $80 right now. As far as the CGC census goes, 9.8, only 16 copies on the census and only one 9.2 on the census. So only 17 total books on the CGC census on this book. And I couldn't even find it graded in a 9.8. So I couldn't even give you a price point there. But an awesome mashup cover by Chip there. Guys, this is something to be on the lookout for. He kind of looks like Grifter there. He's giving me like a Grifter vibe.
I don't know, but on the left, it looks like a Fortnite version of what's Norman Reedus on the left over there. What is that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It does look like Norman Reedus, dude. I don't know what's up with that Gambit outfit. But I mean, Matt, how cool is that? Just a secret history of them working together, pulling off con jobs.
I love it. And that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive is, like you said, an absolute ghost. I did some looking around on that too when Jay sent this over. Dope cover, scarce book. So something, again, I wouldn't run out and pay $80 to $100 for it, but keep your eyes open for this book. So
if you could find that at a
right there, Jay.
for a cheap price, you might want to grab it, guys. That's a dope Chip cover, like Matt said, back when he was doing art. Now he's writing, and now he's killing the writing. But this is back when he was doing his covers. All right, next up, X-Men number 273 from 1991. Listen, if Deadpool ain't gonna battle Gambit, there's a good chance Gambit might battle Wolverine. This is the first meeting and battle of Wolverine and Gambit. You know what's cool about this? A super hot dynamic duo on this. Jim Lee on the art and Chris Claremont on the writing. A book you can absolutely find in back bins right now, and a book that's also extremely cheap on eBay.
I like that too. I mean, again, this is a good book, regardless of whether this happens in this movie or not. We know at some point we're getting Xmen. This is a cool book to have in your collection as a Wolverine fan, as a Gambit fan, as an Xmen fan. So a little forgot about minor key there in that uncanny X-Men run. So I like it, Jay. I like it.
A little Logan Remy battle. Who don't like that?
Exactly. So Jay gave you all the dessert first, right? You got all the little speck nuggets that he threw out there. Now I'm just going to give you the damn veggies, all right? And hopefully maybe something that you haven't heard of before. Okay? So some easy stuff here. Maybe, maybe there's a couple of you that don't know some of this. So X-Men Annual 14, the first time we see Gambit in comics. Yes, it is his first appearance. Regardless of whether it's his first cameo or his first full appearance, which book is more expensive, it is the first time we see Gambit. We see his name. I'm sorry, we see him speak, correct, Jay?
Yeah,
we see him in panels.
We see him in multiple panels. We see him speak.
Yep. Okay.
But so for whatever reason, Maddie?
For whatever reason, like it says there, the first full Gambit, the money book, X-Men 266, obviously the better cover, and that is the book that pulls the premium for Gambit's first appearance. What do we have? On the annual, it's by Art Adams does the art. Chris Claremont on the story, obviously, and then 266, awesome Andy Kubert cover. And again, Chris Claremont on the story. These are both from 1990. So a quick one there on that. Just a quick little background of Gambit. So we'll go a little deeper here. Clear up a misconception that maybe some of you have. And I bet you probably half of you out there watching this do have the same misconception. So both of these by Andy Kubert art, dope covers. And then Fabian, I never say this guy's name right, Nikiza on the story. So you have X-Men Volume 2, the number 24. That's from 1993. It's that iconic Andy Kubert cover that everybody takes as Rogue and Gambit's first kiss. However, as you can see on the cover, they're not kissing. And as if you ever read this story, they never kiss. So it is not the kiss. Okay, it is an iconic cover. You can't take that away from it. It is definitely more expensive than the book I'm about to mention. X-Men Volume 2, again, from 1995, number 41. And I have the deluxe variant up there because I think if you're going to go after this book, that's the one to buy. And this is the actual first kiss between Gambit and Rogue. A cheap book, a $3 to $5 book. Get the deluxe. Those always go for more money. If you at some point think you're going to see Gambit and Rogue get together, both of these books will spike. And I think 41 at some point, when people start talking about this more, we'll definitely see the bigger gains because it's only $3 right now. So if it goes from 3 to 10, all of a sudden it went up 300+%. So, and listen, who wouldn't want to see a Rogue done right in the MCU with that tight little number on that she always wears in the comics? You know what I mean?
I just hope they get the booty right, like the animated series.
Yeah. And to round out the Gambit books, X-Men Origins Gambit. The Origin of Gambit. Amazing cover. David Yarden on the art. Mike Carey on the story from 2009. I have 2 copies of this book. I absolutely love it. If you're a Gambit fan, it's a must-own. Not a cheap book. This isn't a $5 book. This is probably a $15 to $30 book, depending on the grade. But again, this is a book as a Gambit fan you almost have to own, Jay. I know you have a copy of this as well.
Yeah, I have one copy of this book. The hot pink, the cards, the highlighted cards. Just the origin story of Remy. That's what you want, guys. As a comic book fan, you always want to look deeper into these characters, see where they come from. So, great picks all around. Defects, we hope you enjoyed Rumor Roundup. Let us know in the comments what Gambit books you like, what you want to collect. Because everybody watches these videos, everybody communicates in the comments. So, let them know in the comments what you're looking for, what Gambit books you're looking to buy. Or if you have a sleeper key Gambit book, let us know in the comments. You know where to find us every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 p.m., dropping new content on the Pressable Defects YouTube channel. Thursday nights on Whatnot, 9:45. Sometimes it varies. Once a month with Very Gary on the Defective Collective. I mean, that's it for tonight, guys. Hope to see you on the next one.
Later, Defects.